now I really want to dive more into your art because I'm so curious. It's such a different expression than poetry or music, and I don't know if it's even possible to answer that question. But I had the question within me, so let's see what happens. So what the question to me is first and foremost, is it like a choice that you choose to create art, or did it just happen? And do you know why? Do you know why you were taken on this path to create the art you create?
Well, I think that the universe takes charge of everything. And I'm the first one to be surprised of what happened to me almost 5 years ago when I started, because I'm really not a manual person. You know, I cannot do nothing with my hand. So what's happened in the process of creation for me is really an activation that is bring to me in order to express a message. Well, I don't want to speak too much, but this 6 years ago I did atelier during a weekend. During this weekend, there is a woman that was very connected energetically, and painting teacher. We was three. Two yoga coaches and I. So it was really a little big team, you know, and we started to have the first fundamental basis of a painting. It was a weekend full of frustration and irritation from my side, because I was on the mind, so I was stuck, and I stopped the flow of the creativity. And they did a little test to blind ourselves, and then my work was different. So I wanted to continue in this way, but the two other women doesn't want. So for there is my frustration, because I doesn't want to work in this way. But you know, the majority wins, so I have to look at my working, my drawing, and I really doesn't want happy with that, because I felt the resistance inside me, that it was very strong, like a children that doesn't want to work anymore. So my first connection with the painting wasn't so gorgeous, you know, wasn't very flashy. But after that stage that I did in February, during this year, after work, I arrived at home and I started to blind myself and to paint by myself. And in a really few little amount of time, my painting was progressing, and I stopped to blind myself, but I still don't put my mind on it. I mean, I'm painting down on the floor, so I work little piece by little piece, a little area, you know. I'm working with a lot of layers of painting, so I see the merging and of the texture, the color changing. And at the end of my work, I stop, and it was very difficult for me to learn how and when to stop. And I remember at the beginning, on my canvas, on my final work, there is almost 3, 4, 5 tentative of a painting, you know, but I never stop. I continue until my hand said, now it's okay. And the color was transforming with all this layer, always this tentative, because it was funny. It was like the color decided when I have to stop, and when the project was finished, because I started with an idea of an energy of a word, and until I don't obtain a painting that will speak me these energetic words, I wasn't satisfied. Also, if maybe the second painting, the second tentative was wonderful, I find a way to not stop, to continue, and to obtain a final result that was the one that someone decided that has to be the witnessing of this energy. You know, so I haven't really any power on it. I know the energy that I want to use or to express. I can choose some initial painting, but oftentimes after the course of the painting, of the color, called me, and so I totally change what I thought to do. And so I discovered the artwork at the end as a normal watcher. And oftentimes I love it. And happens also that I don't like. But it's a little moment, because there is always a moment where I fall in love with this artwork. And this art doesn't stop to surprise me. You know, with the COVID, the quarantine, all these moments where we are close at home, I have all my artwork at home, and I'm daily, 24 hours maybe per day, looking and seeing them, and they are changing. They are changing with the light, depending of my mood, and I never saw the same painting. And this, for this, I oftentimes said that my art is vibrant, is alive, is magic, because it's very changing. So we cannot have the time to be bored by it, because we can change the position and in a different way. And oftentimes during my preparation of the exhibit that I usually do, it arrives that I keep an artwork in a different sense. And for the first time, maybe after a month, I discovered that in this sense, in this direction, is very powerful, more than, and oftentimes I say, but how I can do that? How I can have been able to produce this piece? So I'm very humble, because I haven't any merit. I'm just the vehicle. My hands, for me, are really guided.
Yeah. You just blew my mind. And everyone else too. This is like one of the, I've been working with creativity since I was 8 years old. I've been really exploring it deeply. And this, to me, what you just shared, is such a profound lesson on the very nature of creativity, but also that you can learn painting by not looking. That's so much wisdom in it. It's so powerful. I'm just, wow, I'm amazed. And
I wanted to add, because it's very creativity that everyone has inside, also if it's totally hidden. A little bit before this weekend, this atelier, I started to deal with a stylist. Some atelier, but we was only two, her and I, and it was a period where I have very difficult break heart, at the end of. And I was very sad, especially on the weekend. And I remember we take the habits to meet each other on the Sunday and to create. I have done, some cautions that I did in the past, something that are really so much full of meanings. And as I told you, I have zero ability with my hands. And she said me, the more you will activate it, the more you will come with an idea, even if you don't know how to do, even I will help you, etc. The more you will try to create something, the more you will obtain results. And it is important that people knew that really it's a kind of activation that we have. We all have this power as the joy, we all have this inside, and we have to just to go a little bit under the layer of the mind, of the control, and to risk to create something that is really not nice at all, And the more we go on, the more our ability will increase, and really the magic happens, and it's like a muscle. I think that we have to, we have to, not because it's a passion, so we enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's something that we can cultivate it.